What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So if you are a fan of Apex Legends and want to know everything that there is to know about the brand new legend Wattson, you clicked on the right video, because this is the ultimate guide to the brand new Season 2 legend. We're going to be covering gameplay of the legend, as well as gameplay of all of her abilities, what they are, and how it will be best to use them once the legend has actually been released into the game. The video will also go over her backstory and what we know about her as a character. So if this all sounds of interest, then please make sure that you stick around for the entire video, as we're going to be covering a lot of key information that you will not want to miss out on. Trust me. If you enjoyed the video, then please do not forget to drop me a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in there. So, a couple of days ago, EA Play happened, and god damn, did it bring some insane content. Not only did we get news about the Battle Pass, and new gun and map updates, but we also had so much information about the brand new legend, Wattson. Now, I'm not going to waste any time with this, so let's jump into the information. Now, Wattson, who is known as the Static Defender, is a support character, much like Lifeline and Gibraltar, and is going to shake up Apex Legends greatly. EA Play gave us a whole range of gameplay from her, including in-game actions of the character and her abilities, and even what she looks like in the legend selection screen, which I think is really cool. You can see she remains with the whole electrical theme the entire time, which is so dope. Now, Wattson's abilities are pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. First up, her passive ability, which is called Spark of Genius. Now, Spark of Genius is actually two passive abilities, which is insane. Well, the actual description of this is ultimate accelerants. Fully charge your ultimate ability, and standing near interception pylons, this is her ultimate ability, boosts your tactical ability recharge. So what this means is when you use an ultimate accelerant, your ultimate ability will be able to be used straight away, which is honestly crazy, especially when you find out what her ultimate actually is. The other part of her passive ability is when you are standing near one of her pylons, you will visibly see through a little icon next to your tactical ability symbol of the meter going up and gradually increasing, so you can use it again. What I like about this idea is that you can almost create a constant special attack if you use her abilities correctly. Now, her tactical ability is Perimeter Security, and is described as connecting nodes to create electrified fences that damage and slow enemies. Now, when we saw this at EA Play, it looked insane. Basically, in essence, you create a big electric fence that can either be used to protect your allies or damage or control the rotation of your enemies. This ability allows for 12 of these nodes to be placed and can be carried in stacks of 4. You can use them to create some sort of a trap, place them down as quick as possible, block doorways, or whatever way you want to place them, it can be done. I'm waiting for a clip of where Wattson drags these pylons around a squad of enemies and traps them in together. Now, these nodes, if touched by an enemy, will damage and stun them. We don't currently know how much damage they will do, only that they will cause damage and disorientate your opponent, similar to an arc star. We also know that if your allies cross through these fences, that they will be temporarily switched off and then turned back on. So make sure, if you are running away from enemies into protection, that you time this correctly to not allow an entire enemy squad entry to your base. Now, her third and final ability, her ultimate, is the Interception Pylon, which is described as an electrified pylon that destroys incoming ordnance and repairs damaged shields as long as it stands. Now, this is crazy. Basically, what this means is that you place a pylon down that will destroy any incoming grenades, arc stars, and this includes airstrikes from Bangalore, or any other similar abilities. In essence, you and your team, once near the pylon, will be invincible to anything that can disorientate you or explode, pretty much. On top of this, when you and your team are near the pylon, you will have your shield gradually repaired, be it common, rare, epic, or legendary. You can see this actually happening on your team by seeing the shield color come up on their character. You can literally see them recharging. Now, you can only place a maximum of 3 of these at any one time, but imagine that 3 of these all repairing shields at the same time. Your team will literally be invincible. Not to mention the fact that if you use this with her nose and blocked off an area, you could control an entire zone whilst making explosives irrelevant, and even when an enemy lands a shot on you, you can simply recharge. Although I do want to point out that they can be destroyed, they are not invincible. If you team this with Lifeline's health boost, you more or less have a recipe for just not dying. Now, Wattson's profile description on the Apex website states that Natalie Wattson-Paquette is a familiar face in the Apex games, though for a different reason than most. Daughter of the game's lead electrical engineer, she studied his manuals to stay close to him and discovered her calling at a young age. Though she could be completely distracted one moment and hyper-focused the next, electricity grounded her. Its ordered, predictable flow made sense in a way that the rest of the world didn't. Wattson is also 22 and is from the planet Soleil, so I apologize if I pronounced it wrong, which is really, really cool. I will leave the rest of the profile on my screen if you want to read about her entire backstory, but quite frankly, I don't want to bore all of you by reading everything. What I like, though, about EA Play is that they went into detail as to what the other legends think about her. For example, Gibraltar really likes her, and she's been around the Apex Legends since she was very, very young, so she's super known amongst the games and the competitors. Unfortunately, though, Caustic doesn't like her, but apparently he doesn't like anyone, so that's sort of irrelevant. Now, a few weeks back, I made a video about an in-game event that is happening with the arrival of Wattson, and it appears that this is actually coming true. At the end of the EA Play session, we can see a short clip of Leviathans and Flyers in the game in a unique way that we have never seen before. I will do a video on this, but I just want to reference this now, because this is apparently how Wattson arrives into the game. Basically, the repulsor tower breaks, and as she is the lead electrical engineer, she is brought into the game to fix it. Basically, the repulsor tower keeps these creatures out of King's Canyon, and as you can see from the clip, they obviously stopped working as they are very, very much on the land. Now, we can even see Wattson in this clip, which is insane. What this means is that this in-game event is happening where Wattson comes in to fix this tower and keep the Leviathans and Flyers away. So I really wouldn't be surprised if this is how she makes her entrance into the game and what happens actually in the in-game event. So you are probably wondering when her release date actually is. Well, my friends, it is confirmed as the 2nd of July. That has been officially confirmed as the release date of not only Season 2, but Wattson as a legend, and I cannot wait for this to happen. I also imagine this is when the event will happen as well, but that's just for another video. So what do you guys think of Wattson? Are you hyped to finally be able to actually use her? I personally think that she may be a little bit overpowered once people figure out how to actually use her. She's a legend that really isn't to be used in an aggressive way and will take some time and thought on how to actually use her correctly to get the most out of the legend. Honestly, though, I reckon that she could be one of the best legends in the game over the next couple of months, and I cannot wait to finally use her. I can promise you now that she's going to be one of my mains 110%. I also cannot wait to see what her different cosmetics look like. Honestly, I'm so hyped. Unfortunately, though, we have reached the end of the video. Please let me know in the comment section below what you think about Wattson and whether you are going to use her once she is released. If you enjoyed the video, then please do not forget to drop me a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.